Chris, and today is Fecon Friday. That's right, Fecon Friday. And in honor of Fecon Friday, we're going to take just a minute to tell you a little bit about Gloria. Gloria is the name that we've given this big gal. Oftentimes we get asked, what are some of the main differences between a large forestry tractor like this and a typical skid steer with a mulching attachment? Besides the price, besides the weight, this girl right here weighs 22,000 pounds. She's a little heavy, but she likes to eat a lot. She eats a lot of wood. She carries it right back here around her hips, right back here in the old rear end area. So one obvious difference between this machine and a skid steer is going to be the horsepower. But that's not the only key. Yes, it's great, but it takes more than just the horsepower. Because on a typical skid steer, they have one hydraulic pump, and that pump has to power that mulching head. It has to power those lifting arms, and it has to power the final drives back here, as well as you got hydraulic flow going to your cooling fans, etc. Well, one pump can only do so much. When you start getting into a lot of hard, thick wood, well, you'll lose some power to your lift arms. If you're trying to mulch going uphill, you can lose power to your mulching attachment in the skid steer. These dedicated forestry machines have 3 to 4 pumps depending on their application and how they're set up. So they have a dedicated hydraulic pump just for that attachment. They have a pump dedicated to your final drives. You have a dedicated pump for your auxiliary hydraulics. So when you look in here and you see multiple pumps, you see all this beautiful stuff. You see a massive fan right there. That's only one of the fans. Yes, this has 2. This one right here is dedicated to doing nothing but keeping the hydraulic temps cool. In the middle of August, on the hottest days, you can run this thing for 10 hours, never shut it down, and your hydraulic temps will be about 145 degrees. Is that good, you ask? Well, let me tell you this. We used to run a John Deere skid steer, and pushing snow in the winter, the hydraulic temps would run 175 to 180. Trying to mulch, they would get 220 plus. That is bad. So we had to put a roof cooler on it, and it helped maintain some. Still wasn't the greatest, but it is what it is. Hydraulic temps getting too hot are a bad thing. You don't have to worry about that with these machines. Another difference is the hydraulic flow. So on a typical skid steer, you have 40 gallons per minute going to that attachment. This machine has 60 gallon per minute coming up here to the attachment. The average skid steer is putting out around 3,500 PSI. This dedicated machine is putting out 5,000 PSI to that head, to that mulching head, which helps power through that large wood, hardwood, dense material. And so it's more than just the looks. It's more than just the size when it comes to a difference in these large dedicated forestry machines and a skid steer. We have a skid steer. We use it. We like it. Anything that's an acre or more, you're always going to get this one right here, because if you want the most production, the most done in a day, with the finest looking material, no cutting corners to try to push through, you need none other than, you guessed it, Gloria. You need a large, dedicated machine. That's where the production's at. So, hope that answers some of your questions, helped you understand a few of the differences between these dedicated machines and a typical skid steer with a mulching attachment. Hope you have a fantastic Friday on this Fecon Friday. Chris here, signing out. See ya.